Hey everybody, this is Greg from Nowland Studios, and today we're going to talk about podcasting with a Mix Minus using a Tascam DR60D Mark II. We can do this because of the way this is set up to monitor sound coming out of the unit. On the left side, you have a couple XLR inputs, and nestled right between them is a 3/4 stereo input, and that's where we're going to put the input from our phone. On the other side, you have actually two outputs. There's phones on top and camera out. And the headphones, you can tell it what to monitor, and that's what's going to make this work. So clearly, when you're going to host a podcast, you like to use a nice mic. Here we are using a Shure SM58. In fact, that's the one I'm using to do this voiceover. And you can use up to 2 of those in this unit, along with the phone. All right, so again, we talked a little bit about monitoring. We're not going to put headphones for the hosts in the headphones jack. We're going to put it in camera out. It has volume control. Right here is the mixer, and we're going to pan our 1 and 2, which are XLR mics, all the way to the left, and then pan 3/4, which is the phone, all the way to the right, and keep the volumes at 100. This setup somehow works magic. I'm not sure technically why, but that's what we're going to do. And then next I'm going to show you the monitor select. If you push that top button there, it starts off with mix, then comes down to 1, 2. Right there, that's the one you're going to want to push the button and select, because that's not going to send the 3/4, which is the phone, back to the individual on the phone. So we're only going to be able to send the host's audio. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and put the SD card back in. And we will get ready to add a phone. Now on this unit, you pre-arm it with 1, push the button, you see the flashing red, and then a second push arms it for recording. You can see the levels as I'm tapping on the SM58. And the buttons on the front control the gain. And the stop button. All right, this little contraption here is a splitter, and it's a splitter from one of the newer phones, the TR or S, and it has the headphones and the mic. I have an Apple phone, so I've got to use the white dongle. But the first thing we're going to do is, when you set up to have a phone come into the unit, we're going to have to take it out of the green headphones and into 3/4. So I'm going to take an auxiliary cord and plug that there. I made it green just to keep track of it a little easier. So we're going to take the headphone out of the phone and connect it there. And then obviously on the right hand side, we're going to take another aux cord and plug it into the headphones in this case. Again, the Tascam does this differently than any of the other recording units I've run into, because to the headphones, you can tell it what to come out of there. And at this point, we're going to say only 1 and 2, which are the XLR mics. Then plug it into the pink, which in this little unit is the return, the mic part. And we should be ready to go after we plug it in to make a phone call. Now, one of the tricky things that the Tascam does is when you arm it to record, it automatically sets the monitor to mix, which is all of the audio. So we're going to want to set it up and then select that. And I'll give you an example in just a minute. So you pre-arm it, you arm it. Now it's automatically set to mix. So you come down to 1, 2, select the button, and now you're ready, because you're already recording. Now you're ready to make that phone call. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to give you an example now of a phone call that we did, and I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully it's helpful. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below.
Here's my issue, Greg. I have 32 quarterbacks, counting all my college dudes and
Holy cow.
pro guys, because everybody's here now. Right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I've never been a big group guy. So,
Right.
like, sometimes they'll do 2 or 3 quarterbacks and a couple receivers, but I don't do like 10, 15 quarterbacks at once, right? Well, everybody I train's want a minimum of once a week. Some of the college dudes, they want to work out twice a week.
Wow.
Well, that's an hour each time.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to balance this without,
Yeah, not ever being home.
Bounds with social distancing and how many people the governor says we can have in a private workout group, and just like it's a fine line. I'm having to walk, and it is consuming a lot of time.
Yeah.
It sounded really good.
Oh, and this will too. I'll produce this for you so you can kind of listen. But you need to ask Kaysen a couple questions real quick, just so at least I can get a little bit of audio on his channel.
Sorry.
Okay, Kaysen, you've had a unique college football experience. I want you to tell me, do you recall your first live scrimmage tackle in college football?
I wouldn't say necessarily one play specifically, but immediately as soon as I got there, I was like, I can hang with these guys. Doesn't matter how big or how fast they are.